Yo, 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 we are here. It is that time of day. Time for the end of day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan. It's that time, y'all. We're coming live from PulseWaveTrading.com. You know what it is. It's time for that end of day market report. That's when we get into some things, take a look at these charts, see what it is we can find on the radar, see what's going down, see if there's anything sneaky or suspicious going on or afoot. You know how we do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into it. Interesting day overall. Not a lot of noise, but enough. So we're gonna take a look and see what we can find out. I'm gonna pull up a few things here and we're gonna go over it. Just want to get an overview primarily of what's happening here. Been in the lab, of course, just working hard. You know how we do. And we're working on this announcement. Lord willing, we'll have it up in a day or so. And then we'll be able to do what we do. Pulling up the charts now. Still a lot of talk about this coronavirus. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of chatter surrounding the coronavirus. Is it this? Is it that? Is it weaponized? All types of things. One of the things that was brought up was not only was the question asked, is this weaponized, but then they wanted to know, not only is it weaponized, but we hear, or is it possible, are we to understand that this can be made to only hurt people of certain ethnic origin, meaning that it's DNA specific? Now, a lot of people are thrown back by that. They say, nope, something like that doesn't happen. That kind of technology does not exist. That is impossible to do. Yada, yada, yada. Well, I'm here to call BS on that. I'm here to let you know that not only is it possible, but it is old news. That is something that has been engineered long ago. All right? That was engineered long ago. I first found out about that back in the 1990s. The early 1990s, I found out that our military had already weaponized all types of things, and there was even a bomb that they had made that when it went off, it wouldn't destroy buildings. A bomb that doesn't destroy buildings. It explodes, but no buildings are destroyed. But it was used to spread, biological warfare, viruses, whatever, gas, you name it. But the buildings would stand still, but just that would happen. So all types of things. Our military has designed and manufactured all types of things. Some things they would never use or haven't. I won't say they will never use, but things that they have not used. How about that? Things they've never used. And then there are also things that only come out in the event of war. There's a lot of apparatus that even the soldiers themselves haven't seen because they only roll out in certain types of warfare, certain war, in wartime. Not the nonsense military actions that we've been doing over in the Middle East and other countries, but we're talking about like World War. Like if World War III were to kick off, you would see these technologies come out, kind of thing. So that's that. So yeah, the coronavirus probably is a weaponized strain of virus that escaped from that lab in Wuhan. So, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. I mean, it's right there in your face. Like, just open your eyes and look. All right. So anyway, off my soapbox. Let's get into some charts. Okay. We're going to look and see what thus saith the algos. What's really happening in these markets? What is it that we can't see? What is it that they're not telling us? Let's get into it. Let me share my screen with you and see what thus saith the charts. All right, so the first one we have up here is the bonds, ticker TLT. Now, as you recall, we are in a bear market, the beginning of a bear market. One thing I want to point out, you'll notice that if you look here at the bottom of the chart, you'll notice we switch from bear market to bull market, from bear market. We switch back and forth a lot. This is the nature of the current markets that we're in here in the 2020s. In this new decade, this is the new market for the new decade. We have smaller trends now. Some trends last for a few days or a week. Some trends last 2 weeks. And then that's it. The market reverses and does something else. This is just kind of the nature of the beast. This is what we're looking at, folks. Okay? So you have to be able to know what's going on in order to trade it. And that's where we come in. So as you look here, we're coming off of a primary crash alert that was done back on February 3rd. Market came down. We got a secondary crash alert, but we got no follow through. Then the market started to reverse course. All right, and this came off the back of the pullback in the equity market. So we created this gap here in the bond market. All right. Then we took off. So this was Friday. All right, this right here is today, Monday. Okay. So as it stands right now, you know the market has to pull back and deal with this gap. So this is probably going to go from here somewhere down to around 143.5, and then we're probably going to continue to plummet back down to the 141 range. Now you're probably noticing that we don't have another signal from this. The last ones we got here was this, the primary and secondary sell signals. Well, see, that's okay though, because the way that the algo chart works and the way the system works is even without an official primary or secondary buy or sell signal, we do look at the intraday price inflection points, which lets us know and alerts us to any kind of market behavior or action that you should be aware of. So there was opportunity within this to capture some of this movement. Okay. Now we're setting up for, looks like a pullback. Like I said, a drop back down to here. I would be interested in participating in some of that. That's worth at least a $3 to $5 move potentially to the downside. So this should look nice as a shortable candidate looking at TLT. All right, moving on to the next one. Now we're going to look at crude oil futures. Crude oil has been beaten down for quite some time now. And looks like we're putting in that second leg down like I warned you about. Now see, we're coming off of, we got a positive momentum reading on this bar here. All right, and then it spilled over into the following day. The market continued to push higher, but then reversed into the close. That produced a secondary rally alert. Then on the next day, we didn't get that rally alert. Instead, we got another negative momentum alert reading. And yes, the following bar, the market did proceed to fall lower. All right, so the negative momentum alert was correct. Market came down. Now, just because we have not received another upward thrust doesn't mean that we're not going to. Remember, the rally alerts are good for at least 3 to 5 bars out. So we're coming into about the halfway mark of that now. Market is testing support here and threatening to put in another leg lower. All right, now we're already in the 40 handle. We're back to the 40s now, okay? So we have to watch out for this. All right, we're going to watch out for these situations to see what happens. I believe that this could go either way. Either we're going to just break lower and put in another low, or we're going to try to build some support around the support levels here. And it's kind of, you can make a good argument that it's looking like the market wants to do that. It's trying to base out for a run back up here toward the trend line, resistance around the $55 handle. So this is going to be one to watch closely. All right, because we are starting a bullish run here. All right, this is a bull. It's a bullish run. It's possible the market could be bottoming and coming back up, but it's also possible we could head lower. So we have to be careful and we have to watch for that potential. Right now, I'm going to say, based on what I'm saying right now, I think the market is trying to find a bottom. I think we're oversold and the market wants to find a bottom. I think it wants to bounce and rally from here. So I like the short bond, but I also like the reversal play off of the crude oil. So I would be really interested in those two plays. All right, going to the next one. All right, so the next chart we have up now is the NASDAQ 100 futures contract. All right, so we're in the bull here. All right, this was the beginning phases of that. The bear phase did not play out. It just didn't. You got one chance to short, and that was it. That was back at the primary crash alert back here. Market did proceed to fall down. Then we got a primary rally alert that changed everything. And then we got up to here. Market came back down again. Just ran out of all momentum. Then we proceeded to go back higher. We got this secondary rally alert here from this primary one here. Market proceeded to go higher, and then we closed strong on the day, setting the stage for higher prices tomorrow. Market wants to run. What you gonna do? Market wants to run, so you don't have a choice but to run with it at this point. That's all you can do. There's nothing else you can do in situations like this. You have to let the situations play out. You have to run with it. All right, so that's that one. Going next one. Let's see. We're gonna look at a hack. Now, I did see something about some cyber security, something that was in the news. I can't remember what it was, but this explains this surge up today. If anyone remembers what the latest cyber thing was, let me know. You can put it in the comments here, but there was something that came out that said that this, that really made this understandable. Because we're coming off the back of the negative momentum reading on this bar here. The algos picked up some type of abnormal selling. We didn't really get follow through until today. All right. We got like a little head start here. What was, let me see, we got 43.92, 40. Yep. So on the following day, the market, like, how you get a false start in a race? Well, that's what happened here. It made it seem like the market was going to break, but it waited, and then another day it fell even lower. So this negative momentum reading was correct because the market did proceed to head lower, even though it wasn't by a lot. But see, the algos pick stuff up, and this is exactly what happened. Then we got this reversal bar today. So it's really interesting how this is. So something happened. And I don't remember what it was, but something happened to make this go on alert again. And now we're pushing toward the last rally high, and we're not far off from it. 44.58 was the high. Today we put in 44.50, so just 8 cents off of the high. All right, so hack is one to watch. If we fail here, then the trend line support is the next target at 42.50. All right, so this is an interesting one to watch as well. Is it going to push and surge beyond and break through that 45, or is it going to fail and come back down, giving us a double top? Very interesting, right? So we'll be watching this hack. All right, next one is the GDXJ, but I'm going to skip the GDXJ and come back to that one. Let's go ahead and do Bitcoin. All right, because if I don't, then I'll forget. Let's go into Bitcoin. All right, so on the Bitcoin here, as you can see, we're bullish. We've been bullish for a couple of weeks now. This is extending its gains, coming off of this initial rally alert back here, right when the market was testing that trend line support. We got right after this rally alert, we got a positive momentum reading. The markets then proceeded to break out, got a secondary rally alert, market broke out some more. Then we got a primary crash alert letting us know that the market is temporarily topped out. Market fell down, got a positive momentum reading here. Didn't get follow through. Following bar, we got a negative momentum reading. All right, so something was going on these 2 days. The bulls and the bears was in some type of a battle. We had to see who was going to win out. Well, the following day, we got a primary rally alert. The bulls won out. Then the market proceeded to march higher. Now, today, we have a primary crash alert, folks. All right, now the last primary crash alert we got, market did proceed lower, but was rescued by aggressive buying here. Will that be the case again? Will the market be rescued by another round, a secondary round of aggressive buying? This will yet to be seen. All right. So this is what we are. We're in a hyper extended environment. Here's your last crash alert, last one here. All right. So prior alerts, as you can see, we did get pretty significant pullbacks. Okay, pretty significant. And here we are. So what's it going to be this time? Are we temporarily topping out? Is the market having a problem now at this level? Now, let me explain what I mean by having a problem. Let me get the other cursor out for this one. Now, I explained to you how 10,000 was our initial target in the Bitcoin. I did mention that. Then I said that I expected a pullback or some type of a correction, right? I did say that. And let's see. We were supposed to be building a base around this 10,000, but it's possible we may get a little dip somewhere. Right, we could even extend like a hyper extended dip toward here, like right around here, somewhere around there. Maybe between 9,000 and 9,200. Okay, that's possible. Then the market should begin to lift off, and then you'll get another pullback. You'll come back above 10,000, pull back to 10,000, just kind of like ebb and flow back and forth before the next takeoff. And that seems to be what's playing out now. We're going to start ranging around here. If this crash alert does not play out immediately, then that's what I'm seeing right now coming into play for the Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, next thing here is, let's see, we're going to look at GDXJ now. Same setup. We're in a bear market. We have a primary rally alert for tomorrow. Keep in mind, we're still in a correction off the rally highs. All right, we had a primary crash alert back here, followed by a primary rally alert. Then we got another crash alert back to back. Then we got positive momentum reading. Market did push higher, then reverse. Now we got this rally alert. So the market's trying to defend, trying to build a base around the trend line support. Hopefully that's enough to get it out of correction and push it back higher again. But we will see. All right, the next one is GBTC, which is our Bitcoin ETF equivalent. And as you can see, it's been pushing higher too, marching in accordance with the Bitcoin. All right, we're coming up off of a nice primary rally alert here. Market's pushing higher. It's yet to be seen if the GBTC is going to move in concert with the Bitcoin. The big question will be if we get a significant pullback in the overnight on the Bitcoin into tomorrow, will GBTC gap down, or will it still kind of march on, take out today's high, and then get a reversal later in the morning? That's the big question right now. All right, so you got the bullish momentum leading you up to this point. No new signals for tomorrow. This is 3 bars in a row with no new signal, either long or short, just holding longs. So if you're holding longs in Bitcoin and or the GBTC, it's a good time to make sure those stops are in place because you wouldn't want to get whacked. All right, so still bullish, but got to be careful because the primary Bitcoin itself does have a crash alert, even though the GBTC does not. All right. Next one is the Euro Yen. See if we can pick up any kind of clues with the U.S. stock market overall. And right now, this one has put in a new leg down. We have a fresh leg down in the Euro Yen. We put in new lows now. Coming off the last alert we had was a negative momentum alert back here. And yes, the market has proceeded lower since that negative momentum alert. It's right here. Okay. Picked up some aggressive selling. It came out in the market as the market topped out at when it pushed into the Kumo cloud. The last reading we got was a secondary crash alert back here. So this is where we're going now. All things being equal, is letting us know that the correction, which hasn't come in the equity market yet, when it does come, it's going to be a protracted one, an elongated one. All right. So this is what we can expect in the equity market because it's leading the market now. Instead of trading with the S&P, it's leading it now. And it's down significantly from its bull market run high. So this could come fast and furious. Look at your steps down. You had a primary crash alert. You went down, down, down. Then you had a secondary crash alert. Look at that, hyperextended down. And then you based out. You got a nice dead cat bounce here. Then you just, this is looking like it could get quite nasty, folks. So this could be a warning sign for the U.S. equity market because the Euro Yen does track with the U.S. stock indexes very well. Got a double top here in your Dow futures. Top. Crash alert. Last crash alert yielded us this. We followed it up with a rally alert. Here we started the day off with a primary crash alert, which I gave you, and we talked about it in the pre-market pulse scan. Market did come down and then reversed up and finished here on the day. I think the market's going to have one more push up, take out today's highs, and then fail up around here, around the 29,400 mark. before reversing. So this is looking real interesting, folks. I think we're getting close to that pullback correction in the U.S. equity market. All right, next one. Okay, so the next thing we got here is silver. Silver's in that bear market. See that red grizzly bear in the bottom right-hand corner? Rawr. Then you have the bearish market reading here. It's been a while, been a couple of weeks. The market's been down. It hasn't been able to really rally. So the algo charts are seeing that. You know, we get this primary crash alert, you know, followed by another negative momentum reading here, boom. Then another primary crash alert here. Prices are just really struggling. 18 is a strong resistance for this market at this time. Can it break out of the doldrums? That is the number one question. Are we going to get that? All right. I don't know. I can just tell you that right now it's just really struggling. It's having a way to go with this. It's struggling right now to stay above the Kumo cloud. Longer term trend line is struggling. We're still coming off that. We're still in a correction off of the rally high where we hit $18.50 an ounce. Right now, it's just not looking good. Time will tell, but it's not looking good. All right, so let's see here. How many more of these do we got? Oh, okay, that's not bad. All right, let's go with this one first. I'm gonna go with the U.S. dollar index. Let's take a look-see. All right, so it's still bullish. It's getting flirting back up with that 99. So again, threatening to go par once more. I've been saying this for years now that this was going to be the play, and that's exactly what happened. It's coming off of this rally alert back here, and it's just been going up, 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 almost in a straight line ever since. This is the strong dollar policy of the White House. It's not going to change. All right, our last chart now is going to be gold. All right, so here's gold. Gold is now bearish, unfortunately, bear market. There's our grizzly bear. All right, we're coming off of this crash alert here. Market's trying to get back up, 50% retracement off of this extended low. And now we're kind of deciding where it's going to go from here. You are in Correctionville. All right, threatening to come down to the trend line of around 1535. I still think ultimately we're probably going to get here. That is the question. I think we're going to get here. So right now, all I can do is watch and see where we go from here. It is unclear if any type of reversal's coming. I just got to go with bearish. We got bearish weekly momentum, trend momentum. Bears seem to be in control of this market. Every rally is getting sold. We'll see if that shift can change. But right now we are in correction mode. I know that the longer term thing here is you got your trend lines and price above the Kumo cloud, but the cloud is rising toward the trend line. Cloud is gaining more momentum than your longer term trend line support. The twain shall meet. Price looks like it wants to come back down and be pulled back down to the trend line support. Until the stock market corrects, I don't see gold really taking off too much. I know we got this bullish pointer. I know that this is where price is going to go. It's going to take this out. It's going to go deeper into around 1620 or so. I know that's coming. But we still got to overcome the selling. Every rally is being sold. We got to deal with that. So until we're out of there, that's it. All right, I'll take a few questions. First question here is, Is there an inverse ETF for bonds? Yes, it is. The inverse ETF for bonds. Let me pull that up for you so you can take a look-see at it. The symbol for the inverse ETF that I like to trade for bonds is this one right here. We call this T as in Tom, B as in boy, T as in Tom, TBT, inverse ETF for the TLT bonds. This is what it's looking like right now. Coming off this initial rally alert, market topped out after the secondary rally alert. Then we got this primary crash alert, market came down. Now it's testing the support, but all things being equal, if the long bond starts to pull back, then I see this market getting its bounce, filling the gap that it made on the downside, and that will push it back to around 23.5. And if the TLT continues to pull back, then I see a push back up to the 2450 level in the TBT. All right, so that's your inverse ETF on the bond side of town. All right, next one is XRP. Let's see. XRP. Ripple. It will be. All right, XRP Ripple. All right, so here's Ripple. Ripple's in the bull market. Got your bull here in the bottom right-hand corner. Trend line is above Kumo cloud here. Price is above trend line and above Kumo cloud here. Coming off of this primary crash alert, market did pull back sharply, made a bearish pointer, followed by positive momentum, bullish pointer. Then we got another negative momentum reading today. This market's trying to make its mind up what it wants to do. It doesn't look like it wants to do just anything just yet. It's just kind of like levitating up here at this level, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to go with the bullish argument and say that the pullback will be bought up. Got to do something about this bearish pointer right here, though. Got to do something about that sooner rather than later. So we'll probably pull back some more in the overnight, then get some support around this 0260 level, 0260. Then rally back up again to deal with this bullish pointer right here. So when you have two back-to-back pointers like this, they cancel each other out and create what is called a trading range. So this being the bottom of the range, this being the top of the range. I see the markets trading inside this range over the next 3 to 5 days on the XRP. All right, let's see. Question. Does Bitcoin lead gold? Does it lead gold's move? Not necessarily. The two assets are not correlated right now. Not like that. If and when the stock market does correct and pull back, then these two probably will start to correlate a lot better. Bitcoin and gold will most likely move together. Dex, do you see silver hitting triple digits in 2020, 2021? Yes, I do, but it's contingent upon the U.S. equity market going into full-blown correction. If that happens, then the answer is absolutely yes. Yes, I do. Commando KMD. All right, let's see. KMD. Do I have that on the list? I'm going to check and see if I have that on my list. Give me just a second. I don't know if that's on the list or not. No, that's not on my list. Yeah, and that's a crypto, right? Yeah, I don't have that one on the on my crypto report. Right now, I'm only tracking 19 cryptos on the crypto report right now, and that's both the USD and the BTC pairs. So right now it is 19 cryptos. So I'm covering ADA, Cardano, BCH, BNB, BTC, BTG, Doji, EOS, ETH, Litecoin, Neo, Quantum, Veri, VET, Waves, XEM, NEM, XRP, Zcash, and ZRX. Those are the coins that we're tracking right now. I like to only track the top coins, especially those that have the most volume and open interest and liquidity. That's what I look for. So if it's not in that top, in the like top 20, then I'm not. It's not something that I normally will carry or watch. So I don't have it feeding through the system right now. So I'm sorry about that. All right. So with that being said, I cannot, stress enough how important it is to use stops and how important it is to monitor your positions. And the best way to do that is for you to be able to track the market to know what's going on. And we do that with the PulseWave trading system at PulseWaveTrading.com. No, I have not been following Reggie's Twitter feed lately. No, I have not. But that may be something I have to look into if time permits. Right now, I've just been in the lab, man, getting busy for these announcements and these big things we got coming up. So once that is done and over and out the way, then I'll have time to look into a lot of other things and take on some other projects. But right now, this is what it's about: getting these pulse waves up and popping. So anyway, PulseWaveTrading.com. Definitely go there if you haven't done so already. You can sign up for the free account and get some free goodies on the house. And also, we have big announcements coming up in a few days, Lord willing. And on this Friday, we have our webinar. So just want to encourage you all. Big, amazing things are coming. And we'll be talking more about that in a later date. All right. So remember, be back here tomorrow morning for the pre-market pulse scan at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace. Don't forget to hit that like button.